Right, welcome back everybody. So she's back. This is the 2 litre Duratec titanium Ford Mondeo Mk3. Normally the ST220 was parked here, but this morning I had to swap them about. Reason being is we was taking Harry to his football match on a Sunday and started getting a bit of a whining noise. Carried on driving, ABS light flicked on, and then the car started juddering. Anyway, I pulled over to a lay-by and the car just cut out. Tried to start it again, nothing, battery flat. So automatically I thought alternator belts gone. Come out under the bonnet, had a look, belt's still fine intact. Had a look, alternators smelling a little bit. So we did manage to bump the car, get it going, and we come straight back home from football. Got the ST220, headed off. So I'm back from football now, and what we're doing is I've put the battery checker on this, and it's saying battery completely dead now. What we're going to do is I'm going to change the alternator out. It is that's the problem. So we're going to whip that out. It's 3 bolts, but before we touch that, we're going to take the battery off, get that disconnected, stick it on charge, and then we'll come and take this alternator out. So right then, so I'll just bring you in, and we've got the alternator down here, and we've got a 13mm bolt there. And I've had a look online, and it was like there's 2 more. There's one on the left hand corner underneath, and there's one down there on the right hand corner underneath. And then you've got your positive cable to undo there. That'll probably be an 8 or a 10mm. And then you've got another little wire connector there. So I'm going to get them done, and hopefully we will be able to get it out in this little gap. Also, I've just had a look, and I've found that big black pipe there, and it's actually a hard plastic pipe. It's not a rubber one. It's hard plastic, and at the end there, it's actually hollow. So I'm not too sure myself what that pipe's all about. If anyone knows in the comments, just let us know, because I'll be interested to know what that is. I say it's just an empty hollow tube, and it's just bolted onto the block there. So I don't know if it's some sort of like breather air pipe sort of thing, breather pipe. I'm not too sure. Let us know down below. So let's get this removed. Right then, so I'm just going to grab myself a 10mm to take this battery off. So we'll take that out, drop that down there, we'll stick that lid back on there for now. So I'm just going to take this cover off here, just to make life a little bit easier. Take that hose clip out, there we go, just gives us a bit more access there. Right, so that is the best I can get you in there. Let's say it's a 13mm, but once I get my arm down there, you probably ain't going to see too much in that little gap, so you'll just have to bear with me on this one. Here we go. Right then, so let me just show you what I've done. I've undone that electrical connector, and the way that goes is there's a little tab there, and the plug goes on that way, so you just get a screwdriver flathead and just come in from that side, and that will pop off. And under that plug, get out of the way you bugger, just there we got the positive cable. I think it might be a 10mm, so I'll whip that off in a minute. I did manage to get this pipe off as well. This was the pipe I was on about in question. As you can see, it's just some sort of a hollow breather pipe, and the way we took that off, there's a couple of holes there, some slots. You just basically pinch that and pull it back. So we've got that right out the way, and I'm hoping we're going to have enough room to get down there, pull them positive cable off, get them other 2 13mm bolts, and hopefully we can get that alternator up here. But we're going to have to, I can't show you that, it's a bit tight. Down here there'll be a little adjuster so we can detension the belt. I think that'll be like a little square drive where we'll just stick our ratchet in and detension that. So I'm not sure if it would have been easier to come in from the wheel arch on this one, but I didn't really fancy taking the wheel off, taking all that stuff out of the way, in the mud guard. So I thought I'd go for this way and see if we can wing it, and hopefully we can. So let me just get them 2 other bolts out and I'll be back with you. Right, so we're doing well down there, but I was just having a bit of further inspection, and I don't think I can cut corners. I'm going to have to take the wheel off because that tensioner I think is at the bottom there, so it's just going to be a lot easier. Right, so as you can see I've got the wheel off now. I've just detensioned the belt. There's the adjuster there. Just get your socket on that. It's a 15mm. It's not a square drive like the other ones. It's actually a 15mm on there. Just put your ratchet onto it's righty tighty as if you're tightening it up, and that will pull your adjuster wheel up, and then you can just detension that. And if you look there, and if you can see, we've got a bit better access there actually to these bottom 2 bolts. You've got a bolt there and a bolt there, so I'm going to whiz these 2 off from down here, and hopefully that should be the starter motor fully out then. Get the other one ordered, and then we will go and take the battery around to the log cabin, stick it on a repair and charge. So let me get these 2 out. Sorry there's not a lot of showing you what's going on, it's just it's really tight in here. Right then guys, everything's unbolted now. As you can see, we've got the alternator sitting there. Another little obstacle, it won't go up through the top, so I've got to try and get it through this gap, which it just don't want to come out through that gap. So what I'm going to have to undo is I think I'm going to have to split this track rod end. Hopefully we can drop that down, and hopefully we can get it through this gap, because I don't really want to start doing the drop links as well. So I'm hoping if I just undo this one, pop it out, easier said than done. This can be a nightmare, or it could go pretty smooth. I'm just going to get some tools now. So we do have a ball joint splitter, but I don't know where it is, so I'm going to have to do it the old fashioned way, give it a couple of whacks, and hopefully we can shock it out that way. So let me just nip round the back and get some tools. Right, again, sorry about the positioning. Lighting's a bit poor, and it's getting on in the day. It's actually about 5:30 on a Sunday evening now, so but you wouldn't believe it, I actually went into the log cabin, and every time me and my dad go in there looking for one of these, we can never find it. And I've just found it. All the time when we look for one, it's never there. So I have undone the bottom bolt. It is still on the end, just on the end bit. I'll do then. Where's the little oh. So the way this works, you just tighten the bolt up, and that should push it, the lever underneath down to push the stud up and break that seal hopefully. This will make life a lot easier. I say we can never normally find this when we want it. There we go. Happy days. And that's why you just leave the nut on underneath as well, so not just to protect the thread, but that will stop that pinging right up there then. So there we go, that's lovely. So we can undo that nut right away now. And it weren't too bad. I reckon this is probably the original one from new. I say this car's only done 37,000, and I had to chase that thread, wind it up backwards and forwards to cut the thread again. So hopefully we can lift that up. We haven't got much more room there. I'd like to get you in a bit better, but it's a bit tight for space here. So I don't know if we're going to get that yet. That's still looking a bit tight. I reckon that's going to have to come out the way. Maybe. It'd be nice if it doesn't have to. Come on, baby. Oh, it's so close. So close. It's just a matter of finding that right angle. That is not far. If that could have been tapped out a little bit. Oh. That is so close, that. Let's just try turning it. Just a matter of trying it all different angles. No, it was a lot closer the other way around. Halfway a bit this as well. Come on. My little jammy bar. That is so close, that. Come on. Come on, you're nearly there. What's that caught on there? So that needs to come. There we go. Oh, Louis, look at that. There we go. There we go. And that is actually where that black pipe, plastic pipe come from. So it's just like a little, what it looks like is it blew cold air into the back of this, just to maybe to try and keep it cool. So, yeah, can you hear that? Listen. That's well gone. We could hear that on the car. But you imagine that turning really fast. Yeah, that's the problem. So there's nothing I can do now today, because it's about 5:30 in the evening, so everything's shut till tomorrow. And actually, we was actually meant to be going to Scotland in this tomorrow. We were meant to be setting off at 5:30 in the morning. And obviously that's going to put us back now, so I'm going to have to try and get it on the phone in the morning and see if I can get one of these. They're normally for about 100 quid for these, but it's not having stock in the area. The only ones that I can see that are in the area are 160 quid, so I might have to bite the bullet on that. But as I say, that's well and truly done. I'm not going to be replacing the belt because the belt looks good, although I should really, but I haven't got time. I might do that at a later date. I know it's, while I've got the alternator off now, it makes sense to do it now, but if I remember rightly, there's a bracket somewhere it's a bit awkward to get to that you have to take off so you can get the belt in and out, and I don't want to be doing that if we're going to Scotland tomorrow. I don't want to be mucking about doing all that. I just want to get the new one in and get on our way, basically. Anyway, so that's enough for this for today. So what we'll do now is we'll head out into the log cabin. We'll get that battery on the repair and charge. Right then, so we're back in the log cabin now. As you can see, I've got the old Top Don Tornado 4000 out, and I've stuck it on for a 12 volt repair. And as you can see, it's doing its thing now. It's flashing at 25%, and that'll gradually work its way up as the day goes on. So I'm going to leave that now to do its thing, and hopefully we'll come back tomorrow and this will be all fully charged, and I've got myself a new alternator. So I'll see you in the morning. Right everybody, I've just been to Boston to pick up my alternator, and I know this chap here, Ronnie, is doing a Mark III ST220, a lot better condition than mine. He just agreed that we can show you around a bit, so you want to say hello, Ronnie?
Hi all, my name's Ronnie, and this car is a charity show car for Help for Heroes. My channel's The GOTHTHING, if you want to look out for me on YouTube. Basically I'm building it from the ground up. I've had a few companies come in and help me with different bits, which I feel really blessed for, but I'm hoping she's going to be one of the cleanest one-dayers out there, so I can attract as many people as possible to raise money for Help for Heroes and help veterans like myself. You know, so happy for Gary to have a look about and show you about what I'm doing down here.
So I'm going to drop a link down below for Ronnie's channel, but let's take a look at some of the work that he's been doing. Right then, so he's at the stage here where he's nearly ready to get the engine planted back into the bay. But let me just bring you up here and show you. As you can see, this is all carbon dip, isn't it, Ronnie?
That's carbon silver, but yeah, it's hydro dipped by a company called Hydrographics in Leicester.
Yeah, and it looks really well. Obviously, it's still going to have another polish up, isn't it? But
yeah,
just like that, it looks fantastic.
All the stainless steel work is done by a company called Mirage.
Mirage.
Near Scunthorpe. He's a good lad. A lot of the paint work on the sides I've done myself.
You've done all that? Yeah, you've had all this paint. You've done this yourself, did you? All this?
My mate Lee helped me with the actual engine bay spray, but the pipes at the back,
yeah,
the aircon pipes, that I've done myself. So,
lovely,
and I've polished up the pipe.
That looks lovely in carbon fibre,
The
doesn't it?
ABS unit underneath, I did that myself.
Yeah.
Cleaned it out and sprayed it up and that.
Because you're going to be showing this, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've got all the mirrors up here, I've just noticed.
Yeah, there's going to be mirrors underneath, so you can see underneath.
I've just noticed this on the floor here.
Yeah.
That looks...
The original exhaust was built for me by a company that went out of business called Custom Performance. But the other parts, there's Gravity Performance that provided the downpipes and all that for me. And those joining pipes there, like the one on the bench,
These one there.
they're going to have 4-inch, I'm thinking, sports cats in them.
Right, yeah.
Similar to that one I showed you on
Just
the bench.
down here there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're going to have those, but smaller.
But that looks like you've spent a few hours on that.
Bench polishing.
On the old bench polisher there.
Hand polished everything. I use Ryobi tools.
Yeah, you got your little sponsor there of Ryobi, haven't you?
Yeah, they look after me with tools wise, and I use those to polish everything up I can. I do a lot of videos, you know, showing how waxing, polishing, things like that can help with mental health issues. I've had a few veterans come down and do the car polishing.
Right.
I've got the DA polishers there.
The DA. So was that the car before you started, was it?
Yeah, that's how she looked.
Because you've got a Facebook page as well, haven't you? Can't really
that's
see
right.
because of the light.
Again, the goth thing. GOTHING.
What we got going on over here?
Right, that's the front subframe with steering rack.
Again, it's a nice finish.
It's getting there, yeah, it's getting there. So
Them parts look lovely.
I've used Flowflex bushes. Everyone's like, oh, they're the cheapest, but I tell you what, they're best.
You've had experience,
they are a lot
yeah?
better, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've used all the different ones, and Flowflex are the best ones you can get. Some may argue with me, but I'm happy with them. They do the job, you know, and I've got them all over the car anyway.
That's it. If you've had experience and you know what you're getting,
that's right.
Why not go with them?
Yeah,
Stick with them.
I did the Rover 75 mod on the...
What's that then?
This is a... Oops, this goes between the gearbox and the subframe.
Oh, right, okay.
So basically, this is off of Rover 75.
Oh, is that a common thing then to do, is it this?
Yeah, it's better than the standard Ford one. It's better. I polished this up, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
And all you do is you polybush it. And
I've not seen that done before,
It's
yeah.
just the Rover 75 engine mount, lower engine mount.
Oh, nice.
It's better than the Ford one. I did that a while ago, actually. And inside, I just painted inside black, just to tidy
It's
it
just
up.
the finishing touches, isn't it? Like you say,
Yeah.
you're showing this car, so you want it right, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Can we have a peek at your rear suspension setup?
There you go.
There we go, look at that. It's a bit dark in here, but you just have to bear with us.
Yeah, it's got the adjustable drop links on it.
Oh, fully adjustable, yeah.
Yeah. You actually put those on when it's on the ground.
That's right, you were saying that, yeah.
Yeah, so
but it's solid in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's some common place at the top as well, isn't it, for them to go?
Yeah, this has all been... This part here was really bad with rust here.
Yeah.
SR Auto bodies, they normally build skylines and things like that, a lot of Jap stuff. But Steve, the guy that owns the company, is a Ford guy at heart.
Right, yeah.
And so he saw what I was doing, and he turned up with the boys one day. And him and Sean Stark, who he moves vehicles, stuff like that. He can move anything if you want.
Yeah.
On his truck, and he came, took the car, no wheels on it, anything. They took it away and completely ripped the underside out.
Yeah.
De-rusted, cleaned it, and
oh, nice.
they resprayed it, everything, put a coating on it so it'll last forever.
Oh, excellent. Let's just see if we can see anything under here. It looks like they've done a good job, haven't they?
Oh god, yeah, I can't believe it. It was scary when I saw it, because I was going to do it myself with the hand tools and that.
It's a lot of work to do on your own, isn't it?
Yeah, and
it certainly
was
is.
scary. And then I've got these to go on, which I'm using high temperature paint and high temperature
The old
lacquer.
heat shields, yeah.
Non-standard lights.
Yeah, I was just looking at them. I didn't think they were standard, are they?
I bought those a while ago.
They look
and
nice
I've
with the black
upgraded them.
inserts.
When you put it on, this part's green.
Oh, right, the old ring.
No, the inside of it glows like a soft green.
Oh, does it?
And I'm doing the same with the fog lights.
Right, so when this is finished, maybe next year you reckon you're aiming for?
Fingers crossed, yeah. It was going to be this year, but I decided...
But things happen, don't they?
Stuff's got in the way.
But will we be able to come back and have a visit once it's all fully done?
Well,
yeah?
Anytime, yeah.
So I'll drop a link down below for Ronnie's channel. I'll try and get the Facebook link down there as well. So
I've also got a website.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, I've got a website.
What's that, the same?
www.thegoththing.co.uk, and that's 2 THs in the middle of GOTHTHING.
Right, I better remember that. But yeah, if you send me your link for your website then, and I'll drop them in the video.
It tells you all about the charity work I do on there.
Yeah. Right then, so I'm going to head off back now, sort this other Mondeo out, and we'll probably see you soon on it.
Thank you.
What we're back on with now is I've actually got my other alternator. They did have one in stock, but when I got down there, we measured everything out. All the fixings looked identical. The plugs were all the same. Everything was visually looked the same. But the chap said there was two types. There was one that had a fixed pulley, and there was one with a clutch in. And when you turn it, when you spin it like that and stop that, the inside on this one carries on spinning. So this one has the clutch on it. And my old one, when you do that and grabbed it, everything stopped inside. So we thought that was maybe a fixed one. And when we got down there, say everything was identical, but the only difference is when we pop this cap off, the one with the clutch has these little splines in it, and the fixed one doesn't have none of this here. It just has a bolt going through there, and none of this outer case in here. It's just hollow. And obviously the fixed one, when you do that, stop, grab that, everything stops. Where this one, you get it spinning, grab that, you can still see the blades still spinning inside. So my original one was a clutched one, but it had actually, something had happened inside with the clutch. Maybe it had seized up or something, and it was actually grabbing to stop the internals to make it look like a fixed one. So good job he spotted that, because otherwise I've been to other car places, they just look, the fixings are alright, the plugs are the same, and there you go, they send you away happy days. So without taking that cap off, we wouldn't have known any different. So fair play to him. That was Moto Parts Direct in Boston. Really happy with them. We're gonna I'll definitely continue using them, and they have a good little shop inside with spare parts and all that, so really happy with that. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and hopefully get this one refitted and get this put all back together and buttoned up. Battery's charged, I've just brought it out from the log cabin. Hopefully get that on and the car will be running, hopefully, all being well, and the old girl's back on the road again. Right, I've managed to get you in here. I don't know how long you're going to stay there for, because in the way a bit there, the camera is, so, but I'll have a go because I want to try and show you as much as I can with reinstalling this. So the way it's come out, I think, was that way. Go on, there we go. And then it's just a matter of getting the right angles on this. If we push the wheel that way, it might make that gap a bit bigger there. Come on, there we go. I think that's it. That's pretty much made it now, I think. We're on the home straight. Yeah. Sorry about if I'm knocking the camera. I might just see if I can get it from the top and wiggle it from that way. Right, so I've actually got the top bolt in just to hold it up, so I'm just going to stick the other two bolts in now. Right, again, you have to bear with me with the angles. So what I want to do is I just want to get that under there like that. Get your ratchet to tighten. And then there we go. Let that tension off. Right, that's sitting in them grooves where it should be. We're on the bottom pulley there. I'm just going to take a look up top, make sure we're where we need to be. Right, and as you can see, we're where we need to be on all of those pulleys. So I've just got to nip this bolt up here, the last one at the top, and that's the alternator fully fitted. Then I'll just pop that plastic hose back on, and we'll go from there. In fact, I've got to whip that bolt back out quickly, because I haven't put that metal bracket on. So I'll whip that out, put that in, and then I'll come back to you. Right then, so as you can see, I've put that bracket back on now. That's back on. I've put the power lead back on and the electrical connector, that's all back on. You can see the black tube is back on, the vent. So everything up this end is buttoned up as it should be. I've just turned the engine over. Right then, so that's all buttoned up at the top now. So we've got to come down here, just stick this tie rod back in there where it needs to be sat. We'll get the nut on there, we'll whiz that up. We'll put this shield back up where it needs to be back there. Get that bolted up with a couple of bolts. And it'll be alright to put the wheel back on then. And then we'll head up the top, bolt the battery back on, and hopefully this will start without any issues, and the battery warning light will be off of the dashboard and it'll be good to go again. So let me just get this all wrapped up down here and I'll see you up the top. Right then, so I've got the battery back. I'll get that dropped back in position. We'll stick that down, get the clamp. Where's the bar for that? Let's just drop down there. So I'll get that nut off. Drop that on there like that. And that's that. So we can put that back on. We'll stick this cover back on. One last look over. Everything's as it should be. Happy with that. Everything's back up. Put them 4 corners down. That's job done. Right then, so we're back in the car now. We'll just put the ignition on. It's done its needle sweep, so hopefully we shouldn't have no battery light staying on. And there we go. That's gone straight out now. So that tells me our issue is now sorted. As before, when I did get it running, the battery light was staying on constantly, obviously due to that alternator. So I did actually manage to take that old alternator back, and they did give me a bit of money back off of my new one. The new alternator should have been about £180, I think, but taking my old alternator in as part exchange, it brought the price down to £136, so not a bad little saving. I would have only just got rid of it and scrapped it, so it was good to get something back for it, and now that one will get sent off and get refurbished again and go hopefully keep another car going. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here for this little Mondeo video. So don't forget, just on your way out, just hit that thumbs up button. It just helps the channel. And I'm going to leave it here for this little one. And until next time, we'll see you about.